All right, we are live.
Okay, so we're going off.
Yep, we're on.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm Dan Bauer. This is Janie, my wife. We are going in a couple of weeks to the World Chili Championship in Charleston, West Virginia. I'm qualified to cook in the World Championship by virtue of having won the Charleston Cook-Off this year, the Smoke on the Water Cook-Off. And Janie will be cooking in the Last Chance competition. She has had limited opportunities to cook this year, so she's playing catch-up right now. And she will be doing the Last Chance competition on Friday. And I wish her the best.
Yeah, hopefully with success. It's a fun cook-off, and if I don't advance, I will do a couple of different things. One will be to pester him on the day of the world competition, and the other will be to volunteer to help out at the cook-off if the organizers need any assistance. Well, tell them about when we first started cooking.
Yeah, we've been cooking chili since, what was it, 1979, I think was the first
so,
year?
yeah.
It was a non-sanctioned event in Belgium, of all places. That's in Europe, for those of you who might not know. We cooked in the first European Chili Championship. It was a non-sanctioned event. We had a good friend who was into competition chili, and he decided we needed to have a European championship. So he organized it at Shape, Belgium in 1979 on the 4th of July. And together with another good buddy of mine who I met in Belgium, who grew up about 20 miles from me in Texas, we became very good friends, and we decided, well, we can cook chili, so we entered it, and we took second place. So, next year, 1980, we entered it again, and we won. So, for a few years past, he went his way, I went mine. We both ended up back in the Washington area. And he called me one day and said, "Hey Dan, guess what? They got a big chili contest coming up in D.C." I said, "Oh, you want to enter it?" I said, "Well, let's check it out." We did. The rest is history. We've been cooking ever since. That was about 1980, what, Janie?
5, 86.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, when they first started cooking, we started cooking as a group. Initially, Roger and I were kind of running the show, and Dan was having way too much fun and not doing nearly enough work. And so I said, I think we're going to alter the dynamic of this whole operation. So Jackie and I went more for showmanship, and Dan and Roger were in charge of the chili production. We started out cooking 10 pounds of meat at a time with no recipe.
And which we cut on site. We brought the meat with us, we cut it right there.
With no recipe, and didn't do too well at first, and finally went down to Blacksburg to the Virginia Tech home game and cooked in a chili competition down there, and the guys won. Well, it was just phenomenal. It was their first win, except Dan and Roger looked at each other and said, "We better write this down."
Yeah, well, actually I did. I looked at Roger. I said, before we have any more beer, before we do anything else, let's write down what this chili has in it. I mean, what did you put in? He said, "Well, geez, I put in about a half a bottle of Gebhardt's," and I said, "Well, I added some of this, and I'm right."
Well, it had way too much stuff in it, and at the end of the day, we wrote down the recipe and never cooked it again.
Oh yeah, it had chocolate, it had a little horseradish, had all kind of interesting stuff.
Every night.
But we learned.
We did.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sunday's night. Okay,
Cool.
thanks.
Good?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fabulous. All right.